Welcome back, humans! You know what day it is. My name is Jaime, giving you exclusive events on headlines that you didn't even know you needed. And before I get started, I'd appreciate if you were new to the channel, if you would hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it, and smash that like button once in a while. It'd be awesome. And with that said, humans, let's get on with some events. And don't, like I said, if you're a fan of the fight game, don't forget to go to my backup channel, subscribe to that channel, All Things Fight. Same thing on YouTube, All Things Fight. Check it out. But anyways, humans, let's get on with these events. My goodness. If humans, that Dumb and Dumber quote doesn't, it holds like so much weight today when they're like, just when I think you couldn't get any dumber, then you go and redeem yourself, or, that whole quote there. This man was angry over his canceled flights. Remember they were just canceling flights and shit? I mean, this was written earlier this month, so they were canceling all these flights and, for whatever reasons, whether it was weather related or whatever the hell they were canceling these flights for. People was getting pissed off. Humans was getting mad. And this dude got so mad that he decided to steal a car. He just go fucking Grand Theft Auto and just start crashing into cars and shit, going all crazy on a rampage over a missed flight. Again, you're dumb, human, only because not only did you miss your flight, and if you were married with children and all that shit, now you're going to miss going home because your dumb ass became a felon. Like you endangered lives, you evaded police, you destructed property, and you Grand Theft Auto'd. So you got like more than a trifecta. You just got like the whole variety pack. So yeah, and you lost your freedom. So you lost your freedom. You're probably going to lose your freedom and your job. So you won't be able to afford any flights anyways. Unless you were a foreign immigrant or illegal immigrant crossing our borders, they can fly for free. But you ain't that. You ain't that. So you don't got that privilege. You just go to jail. All you get is jail. And maybe a Netflix special. It depends on how many people you took out. If you took anybody out, you get a Netflix. Apparently, the more people you kill, the better the chances of getting a Netflix special. I guess that's what it means. If you kill a lot of people, you might go to prison, but you get a Netflix special. Some people are like, oh shit, man, maybe I should sign it up. I'm only playing, humans. I'm only playing. Anyways, with this guy, oh gosh, man, I mean, I'll get mad about missing flights or, maybe getting delayed and shit, but I ain't gonna fucking, just become a felon over missing flights and shit. I ain't gonna do that. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, humans. It just ain't worth it. But back when I was talking about all those, signs that there's a snake in your kitchen, I was talking about that in an episode previous, and then another episode after that, it was another one about how to avoid, venomous snake bites and cobras. All along, we should have just ignored all of that stuff and then listened to this young boy's technique. We could have used this kid's technique. So a young boy in India gets bit by a cobra, like a cobra just bit his ass, and I guess it bit him like multiple times. It was like, so the boy flips out and flips the game up like, I'm the top of the food chain. And he grabs the fucking cobra and bit the cobra to death and killed the cobra with his bites. So I guess you can also avoid a snake bite that way. I don't know. I don't even know how, like, if he got venom put in him or what, but he took multiple bites and decided to flip out and just kill the snake with his own teeth. Goodness gracious. That's bananas, humans. I mean, like I said, he ain't going, it was him or the snake. I guess it was him or the snake. Goodness. That's all I could say is thank goodness I hope you're okay, kid. I hope you're okay, man. Because I don't know if you even ingested venom after biting him. What if you bit the venom sac? I don't know where he bit him, but he killed him. He grabbed the snake and killed his ass. He's going to live. Like, I know you've seen that video where that, the kid's playing with his dog and the other dog comes trying to rip the kid up and the dog protects his ass. The kid got in survival mode. He was like, fuck. Sometimes they say that we don't have like natural survival instincts when we're young, because when we're a young species, like our survival skills. But this kid had some survival skills. He just fucking grabbed that snake and fucking snapped into a Slim Jim. That's all I know. That's all I know. But I'll continue, humans. Man was dancing, caught on camera, dancing on top of a semi Well, eventually he slammed into a bridge and died. Again, I apologize and my condolences for your loss, but what the hell? When you were car surfing in Teen Wolf, I mean, it was okay in Teen Wolf because they probably had the street blocked off. The shit was controlled. You know, they put that shit in, don't try this at home. But what the hell? You know, I mean, people are trying to go viral. I get it. You're going to go make that bomb TikTok. But you're going to risk your life? You're going to risk your life. There was a girl on TikTok taking a picture or doing it for one of the social medias, but it's on TikTok. She's posing by the side of the road and a fucking rearview mirror of a fucking commercial vehicle obliterates her fucking skull. That's all I'm saying, humans. You got to be careful out there. It ain't worth the picture to me. It ain't worth the clicks. It's not worth the clicks. You're going to dance on a semi, realize the bridge ain't got the clearance, you know, and then you get hit by the bridge and you die. That doesn't show a lot of intelligence, especially from the beginning of the process. Like, I got an idea. We're going to drive down the freeway or the busy ass road and I'm going to stand on top of your truck and we're going to film this shit, you know? Whew. My goodness, humans. I don't think it's going viral. I don't think it'd be worth it because I don't know how long going viral lasts. Like, you see a new person all the time. I don't know if the person that went viral last week is still relevant. You know, like that one dude that had ocean breeze or whatever the fuck that shit it was. He could fucking got late to work and was drinking ocean spray or some shit. Whatever the fuck he was drinking. Grapefruit juice or some shit. Cranberry juice on the way to work. My man went viral. And then now I don't even see what he's done. I don't know what he's doing. I seen him in a Snoop video once. I think I saw him in a Snoop video. So who knows? Like, what happens after you go viral? Some people go nowhere. Or some people just, like, you know, hurt themselves or get injured trying to do the next viral video. You got to be careful with that stuff, humans. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it'd be worth it. I would leave that shit alone. That would be one of those things, like, when we were younger, we made sure nobody was looking when we did dumb shit. Like, in the 90s, we were about to do dumb shit. We did shit like this. And then we would, like, fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? We didn't go, like, oh, grab the camera. You know, because we knew something wasn't always going to work. And we didn't want it documented. Because, like, we were also allowed to roast you. Like, if we'd get to rip on you. Like, anything that was, like, we knew all part of your life, so we could use those things against you. And, like, rip on you and roast you on a daily basis. And everybody fucking had their own way to get back at each other. It was, like, fucking all kinds of shit. I would go on and tell you, like, some examples, but I might get canceled saying stuff about my own race even. Because everybody, like I said, is just way too sensitive nowadays. But I'll continue, humans. All right, they say, meet the Canadian woman who makes jewelry out of breast milk and semen. If that ain't a fucking clickiest title of all clickiest titles, what the hell? Like, I could name the video this. Like, I could name this episode, you know, meet the Canadian woman making jewelry out of breast milk and semen. So this Canadian woman, I guess she's famous for doing this stuff. I don't know how she does it. I don't know what she does, and I guess people donate to her. I don't know what happens. But she gets semen and uses dried up breast milk and does all this stuff to it and makes some jewelry out of it. At least that's my take just from the title of the article. That's what I get from she makes it out of there. I don't know if she mixes it with silicone or, like, I don't know what's going on. Or does she some kind of bomb-ass scientist and she just has so much quantity, like how much semen would it take to make a bracelet? You know, like, or whatever. You know, like, who knows? Goodness gracious, that's some creativeness. That's some super creative shit. You know, all the masturbators out there, you know, this would be something that would be, like, beneficial to her company and probably beneficial to the environment because we could recycle. It'd be a new recycling. You know, they'd be like, don't waste the jizz. Send it to this lady who makes jewelry. You know, you could just pack it up. Like, she'll start sending them to the house in envelopes and shit. And you could just pack it up. I mean, everybody would know, like, oh, man, you know what that envelope is. Then you would see the mailman had to go pick those up. And you could look at all your neighbors and judge them and shit. Like, oh, he's got that envelope. Dude. Like, oh, look. You know, and you got it too, but still, you know, so do you. So do you. So do you. That's all I'm saying. Like, we all got that envelope. We could support the cause. We might have something here, humans, and you heard it here first on Meant to Vent. And I'll continue. A weed company is sued for not getting people high enough. So that, I guess there was something going around here too in the dispensaries here in Michigan. Apparently they were putting, like, high percentages of, like, amounts of THC and they weren't really being like what they were selling them as. Like, oh, this is some fucking 70%, or I don't know what that shit goes. Ever since that shit was like legalized, I just remember people used to sell us like really good stuff. Like, oh man, this is chronic, and everyone's like, cool, I'll take it. And this was like really good shit. It wasn't all the fancy names and everything. And now, you know what I'm saying? So they would tell you now, it's like people are going to like, man, I got this stuff. It's like so much percent THC. I'm like, but is it good? Like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that means. So they were saying there were like high rated amounts of THC, and then people are buying this high expensive shit, and they're going home, and I guess it's not getting them stoned. And like, hey man, this shit is like fucking 90%, or like I said, some crazy amounts. And it's just like 1%. I don't know what it is. It's just like CBD, or I don't know what the fuck, It's like Michigan Make You Mad, like from back in the day. It was like the crappy, brown stuff. You just go there and just like, it'd get you stoned, look like your eyes just got a handful of sand thrown in them, and you get all fucking pissed off because it was like super harsh and it hurt your throat and shit. Like, they feel like you ate a pack of smokes afterwards. It was like some of that kind of shit, I guess. And people was getting mad, so they went after this company and they're suing them. And rightfully so. You shouldn't put a damper on your product. So I got your back on that one, humans. I got your back on that. If you're going to put high grade label on there, you might as well be like Callahan Olive Parts. All you got here is a guaranteed piece of shit. And I got a question. How much more money are we giving Ukraine this week? Before I continue. No, I'm just playing. But anyways, humans, I got another one. Alabama decided to pause the death penalty and death penalty executions after a third botched attempt. Humans, if the government can't kill people, right? Like, what happened to the government lately? Like, all these shit's getting exposed. All of a sudden they're just like stumbling over shit. Like, oh, they really don't know what's going on. Like, this state their government don't even know how to fucking do a proper execution. You can't use electric chairs, so they were doing these lethal injections. And according to them, the guys, the three different botched attempts, they didn't die. So they might as well like fucked up, like, like I'm still alive. Or I don't know what happened. Like that movie Fallen. I don't know what the fuck going down. Or I don't know. But some creepy happened, and one day that video might leak out on TikTok. You just wait. Reddit or TikTok's going to get that shit. If it exists. My man's going to wake back up like, are we done yet? Does this mean I go free? If you survive an execution, do you still serve your death penalty? Because technically, you served your sentence. Nobody's really, I don't know how many people have survived these in history. But in my opinion, if you, can, of sound mind and body, are alive and have your brains, do you go free if you survive an execution because you technically served that sentence? That's not your fault. They fucked up the chemical mix. They fucked up the cocktail was supposed to put you nighty-night. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, you should be able to walk if you survive that shit. And with a healthy lawsuit. And where the hell is like the human version of PETA? Like there's no like HETA. I don't know what the fuck you would call the initials, like whatever the fuck to protect the humans, right? Because you see, like, you hear all these stories, like I said, like sex trafficking and like crazy fucking drug addiction and like all this stuff. Like, where's the HETAs? Or whatever the fuck you'd call them, the human protection group. Because what the hell? 3 botched attempts from the same house. You know what I mean? And it could have been more, and these are the ones that just made the headlines. That's all I'm saying, humans. You got to watch yourself on this one. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, I appreciate it. Smash that like button. Hit me with a subscription with the notifications. My name is Jaime, and this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.